What up, my peepees? That's what I call my podcast peeps, and that's what you, the listener, are. Welcome to the podcast, the first podcast made for teens who like cooking. Now, this first episode also happens to be the Christmas special. Are we going to be talking about Christmas? You bet we're not. Nope, today's episode is actually sponsored by your family friend who's like a cool uncle. I'd also like to take a moment to give a shout out to the hole in a guitar that's acoustic that you always drop your picks in. That's pretty fun, having to rattle it around and get the picks out and stuff. What's the deal with bees? Like, what's up with them? I don't really know. Do you know what's up with bees? They're always like buzzing around and stuff, but like, what for? You know? Like bzz bzz that, bzz bzz this. And how come I never hear them talking about Ukraine? Like, what are they, siding with Russia? They've never shared their opinions before. But yeah, you know. Also, halos are pretty cool. I'm talking like the angelic big fat ring that floats around your head. Those look pretty dope. But like, I've never actually seen anybody wear a halo before. You know? Bees and halos. You'll notice the music in the background may sound a little bit familiar. That's because I made it. It's the song Nothing at All, taken from my upcoming album, Double Whammy. Gonna be released on horribleblunder.bandcamp.com. Now, a little known fact about the podcast. If you're not one of my family members, you may not recognize it. However, the podcast did exist before this iteration. It was called the podcast. And instead of my own music, it was just coffee shop jazz plays in the background. It wasn't all that great. Neither is this one. But I think that's a little interesting tidbit, and probably the most useful thing I'm ever going to say in this episode of the podcast. You ever look at a die and think, like, I want to eat that? Like the kind that you roll, like rolling dice, like just like a singular one. You ever look at it and think, I want to eat that, I want to chomp down on it? You know those little chocolate pieces that are made to look like pebbles of various stones and rocks? I feel like they would be like those. But you can't eat dice. You can't eat dice. Sorry, got a little bit of emotional over that one. I feel like we don't look at bushes without leaves enough. There's so many bushes without leaves, and they're just like unappreciated. Like a little like not quite dead bush in the woods or something. I you know, it's sort of just like a bundle of sticks, but like they're, you know, nobody ever pays attention to them. Where did the word wardrobe come from? What's the deal with that? Wardrobe? Do you think it has anything to do with like it's clothes that you've worn before? I don't know. Words are weird. Especially if you say the same word over and over again. Like applesauce. Applesauce. Just sounds like gibberish. Applesauce. It's ridiculous. Who decided to come up with words? What? Like, why? Why do we use words? And how come things that are advertised to glow in the dark never really glow in the dark? I'm talking like shirts and stickers. You buy a glow in the dark shirt, it doesn't glow in the dark. What's the deal with that? I bought some glow in the dark paint. It didn't glow in the dark. Ridiculous. I want my money back. The whole $3.50 I spent at Michael's, I want that money back. But I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. Let's go back to talking about guitar picks in guitar holes. I feel like they're a really great analogy for when, like, you lost a you lost some like coins or change or something in a laundry bin, like you left a couple pennies in your jean pocket, and then dropped it in the and like you took your jeans off and you put them in the hamper to get clean and stuff, but then like you forgot they had money in there, so you gotta shake it around, but oh no, the coins fell out. Can't get the coins back. Sorry, I like coins, I like pennies. That's a lie. I lied to you. Why? Because I'm a psychopath. I'm just joshing around. I'm just yanking your chain. Just milking your cow. Just shooting your horse in the head because it has a broken leg. Just juicing your pomegranate. I'm just basting your turkey. You know me, just tightening your belt. But hey, I'm just killing your mom. No, I'm just joshing around. I already said that one. And remember, kids, always eat bananas. Why? Because of all the radiation poisoning you'll get. Fun fact, humans emit a small amount of radiation, which means that people who sleep alone are exposed to less radiation. That's why I'll live forever, because no one even wants to go near me. I'm just messing around. You know me. Always just joking. I don't know anymore. Nobody knows anything. And the truth is, we don't know anything. Boom. They Might Be Giants reference. You just got #referenced. Nothing I love more than referencing things that I didn't make. Or referencing things that I did make. Abstract art is sort of funky. Like, it looks weird, and sometimes it looks super boring. But, like, it's so expensive. Why? It's just like some dude, like, threw paint on a canvas and sold it for $20 million. I'd do that. Where's my $20 million? Where's my 20 Kubeks? Come on. I'm gonna get real with y'all for a minute. I'm honestly not the biggest fan of the smell of old wood. That's my hot take. Speaking of hot takes, the other day I tried to pick up a pan full of boiling water, burned my fingers. Get it? Because I tried to take something and it was hot. Hot take. Get it? Get it? I can't hear you. Sorry, you're trying to speak to me through the screen. That's not how it works. I know you're still trying to talk to me, but like you're listening to an audio recording. This isn't live. I'm not even talking to you. I'm talking to myself. You're just gonna have to shut up. I'm sorry. This conversation isn't going anywhere. How come stars have 5 points when stars are round in actuality? I think that if stars should have any number of points, it should be like 7. Why 7? Just cuz. You know what's really underappreciated? I'm gonna get real with you. I've just been saying complete nonsense for the past 9.5 minutes. I'm gonna get real with you. You know what's underappreciated? Sesame seeds on a cheeseburger bun. They're always in the cartoon drawings, but you rarely ever get a cheeseburger bun with sesame seeds on it unless you're going to McDonald's. And those are fake sesame seeds. Like, come on. Shouldn't life imitate art? I want sesame seeds on my cheeseburger. Anyway, sounds like the music has ran out, which means that I've rambled on for too long. I hope you enjoyed this first episode of the podcast, also the Christmas special. And I hope that you listen again soon.